Hello all, and thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. I am so appreciative of you guys taking the time out to listen to me for a little bit, for a few minutes, about some topics that are really important to me. So today's topic is going to be about something that's pretty near and dear to my heart. And if you have followed me on Instagram, you probably have heard me talk about it, but I figured I'd make a little bit of a longer video explanation on here. Um, yeah, just because it's just such an important thing and something that I strongly believe. So, just as like a little bit of a backstory, I never had a boyfriend until I met my husband. And I met my husband when I was 23, almost 24. It was like the month before I turned 24. So, I spent all of high school and all of college not going on dates, um, not having a boyfriend or anything like that. And I'm not gonna lie when I tell you that it was hard. There were times when I would look at some of my friends and wonder like why them and not me, that kind of stuff. And it was really, really hard. And during that time, it wasn't like I had absolutely no guys that I was interested in or anything like that. There were a couple of different guys that I was really interested in, and I strongly felt that if I could just prove to them that I would be a good wife or a good future mother, like maybe then they would see like my worth. Maybe then like they would notice me or want to potentially date me. Like I'm not gonna lie, like that literally was something I thought about. And at the time I was going to school for nursing, and I remember actually bringing it up to somebody and telling him like that I was in nursing school and that, oh, this would be so great because, no matter what, like vocation I have, like if I become a mother, like this would be great. um, and all that stuff. And I really believed that like, oh, if I just showed them, if I just showed this guy that I was worth it, if I had value, then maybe they'd be interested in dating me. And that didn't really work, obviously. Um, and I remember feeling so defeated. I remember thinking, like, why? There's got to be something wrong with me. Like, I don't understand. Like, I feel like I have a lot of like good qualities. I feel like I have a lot of strengths and a lot of skills and like all this other stuff, but I don't understand why this is not like why this guy is not seeing it. Like, I don't understand that. And like, I got really sad and definitely got into a slump, like wondering, like, basically, like I said, like wondering, like, what is wrong with me. And maybe you felt like this too before. Maybe you felt like there's got to be something wrong with me because I think I'm a pretty decent person, and no guy seems to be interested in that. And um so then when I met my husband, I met him, like I said, when I was 23, almost 24, in 2019. And the crazy thing is that I never had to prove my worth to him. Like, I never had to, like, try to, like, win him over with my, like, different skills and different qualities and different, I don't know, like, credentials or, like, any of that kind of stuff. Like, I never felt like I had to, like, oh, yeah, like, because I'm a nurse, this would be great, nothing like that. Like, he saw my worth, like, for who I am as a person, and he, like, wanted me for who I am, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, I never felt like I had to prove myself to him. And I don't want you to hear this and be like, oh, so then I don't have to do anything, like, I don't have to, like, do anything to, like, I don't know, be a good person. I don't know. I don't think you're thinking that, but I don't want this to come across like some people really believe that like that means like the guy has to pursue you 100% and you need to sit back and wait for him to come to you. I don't believe in that. I might make another video about that, but like I'm not one of those people who thinks that the guy always has to say something first. Um, yeah, that's like another topic for another day. But what I'm trying to tell you is that like the right man, the man who wants to marry you or who will want to marry you is not going to need like a list of all of these different like things that you lay out for him and you explain all the reasons why you're good. Like he will see that. And it's not to say that the other guys are like bad guys. Like it's not to say that they like are trash or anything like that. It's really to say like if you're trying to prove your worth and your like beauty to the man who is not meant to marry you, there's no amount of like words that you can say or like goodness that you have that will prove anything to him, because he's not the man who's meant to marry you. Like you can do everything in your power to show how amazing you are, and you are amazing. But if it's not the man who is meant for you, it's just gonna, it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be the same as the man who is meant to marry you. And you really, like, I really believe like that's true. Like I've seen that for sure in my own like relationship. And like I said, like my husband, like I've never felt like I've had to like prove myself to him. Like he has seen it. He has seen like the amazing qualities. He has seen all the goodness and stuff like that. But I never had to be like, oh yeah, and this, this would be like really great because I, blah blah blah. Like no, like he sees that for who I am. And I guess that might not always sound comforting, but I promise you when you feel that and when you see that for yourself, you'll understand what I mean. And I really want to encourage you to not give up, to not like be like, oh well, I don't think that there's a guy who's like, meant for me because none of these guys seem that interested, or whatever it may be, because like you have so much value. Sorry if you can hear my dogs, they're kind of like wrestling right now. But you have so much value and so much beauty and so much worth, and none of that actually comes from the man who's interested in you or not interested in you or whatever. It comes from God. It really does. It comes from God because you are a daughter of God. So that's a little tangent, but like I don't want you to feel like, oh, like my worth comes from this guy because like, oh, if he doesn't pay attention to me, then like I guess I'm just like I'm not worth it. I'm not good enough or something like that. Like I said, like you'll never be good enough for the person who's just not meant for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, doesn't mean that that guy is a trash person. It just means that he's not meant for you. So I hope that helps. I hope I explained that well. I just want you to sit with that and think about it and pray on it. And like lean on God during this time. I know it can be really, really hard sometimes when you feel like everybody else is like happy and married and dating and engaged and all this stuff, and you feel like just things are not working out for you. And I vividly remember that time. I truly do. I was there not that long ago. And I just want to keep encouraging you to like, don't give up, keep praying, and the right man, like you will never have to like beg him to pay attention to you. You'll never have to prove your worth to him. He will see it. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.